How's it going, boys? The Trigham's back, and we're back at it again with another video. And this one is going to be about New World Database. If you guys know New World Database, probably you will learn something new in this video. If you guys don't know about New World Database, oh, you guys are in for a treat. This will be the one site that has all of the answers for any question that you might ever have. But without making this any longer, let's get right into it. So what is New World Database? Well, New World Database is this site that has all of the answers and all of the informations for any question that you might ever have. If you're looking for a specific item with a specific perks and attributes, they have it for you. Any quest you might have, any question, recipe, how to craft it, where to find it, who drops it, well, worry not. All of that information is right here in New World Database, and I am here to guide you right through it, right? If this is the very first time that you guys are seeing this website, worry not. I will take it slow. I will cover every single one of the things that you can do in this site so you have a better understanding how to utilize this site for the future. Because believe me, this will make your life way better. Once you use New World Database, you can never stop using it. And every time that you have a doubt, this is the website that you will come. Other than my stream, of course. But anyways, here we are. So let's say that you are a strength user, for example, and you want to do a lost dungeon, all right? You want to start getting serious with the mutations, and you're like, okay, I want to get a lost set that, you know, that I can level up to 625 and use for the mutations for barnacles and black powder, or for the new, you know, Ambrine and Starstone dungeon that just came out. So you just want to be ready, or for whatever occasion that you will have, right? So you will come over here to Google, and since you don't know about New World Database, and you will type, for example, New World Best Lost Gear for Strength, right? And then you will see that New World Fresh Star Loot Guy, Farm Best Gear, New World Beast Armor, New World Fresh Level 60, New World 14 Best Armor Sets, rank, you know, like all of the information that Google has is probably going to be 99% irrelevant, all right? None of this information is what you're looking for. So forget about Google when it comes to asking questions about your world. You're going to come over here to New World Database. So let's say that you're a strength user, you want a set for the loss. So you will come over here to the first tab on the very top that it says database. When you click on it, this drop down will appear. You're going to click on all items, you're going to click on armor, and then you're going to click on all armors. Once you click on all armors, you can see over here that we have an endless amounts of pages. This goes on and on and on because this has every single piece of armor in the entire game, but we need to filter this down. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to the bonus and we're going to click on strength because that is the gear that you're looking for. Now, the second thing that we're looking for is the Lost War perk, right? So you're going to come over here to perks and you're going to type Lost, and we're going to click on Lost War. And now you see that there's only one page, and these are all of the strength lost, you know, pieces of armor in the entire game. And it looks like we have this set over here called the Admiral set, right? You have some items on top with the same name and some items on the bottom. The difference between these two sets is the item level. For example, this one is 605, 600, 600, etc. And the other one is 590. What does that mean? Well, what that means is if you click on this, it tells you that the acquisition for this item is the Admiral Black Powder, but is on mutation level 10. So you need to be aware of this whenever you're looking for items. If there is a prerequisite for this item, you know, for you to meet before that item is dropped. So since you're starting to get, you know, you don't have the gear yet, you cannot do M10. So let's click on this one down here that it says 590. And if we click on this one, 590, now you see that it says only mutated expedition. So this could be M1, meaning that if you want to farm your lost set to potentially take it to 625 and be able to do M10 barnacles and black powder, or the new Starstone, you know, Ambrine mashup that just came out, you will farm N1 of this, you know, expedition or whatever mutation it is, and they will drop you this entire set. So you can click on these pieces and you can see that the same guy is the one that drops pretty much the entire set, if not the entire set. So you click on the guy, and we're gonna click over here in Eternum. We're gonna take it to Barnacles and Black Powder, because that is the dungeon that he's at. And as you guys can see over here, is going to be the very first boss of the Barnacles and Black Powder that drops that. And it also shows you all of the items that he has a chance to drop, right? So you guys can look for a specific boss. Let's say that this is the first time that you go into Barnacles and Black Powder and you kill the big guy, or let's say that you finish the entire dungeon and you are interested to see if any of these bosses drop an item that is good for you. Well, then you can just come over here to the dungeon, click on that boss, and you can see every single one of the possible drops that he has. He's going to have the legendary ones, named items in the front. So you can see here Blunderbuss, Great Axes, what have you. And now you can see all of the possible drops from that boss. So you already found the gear. How about we go and look now for a weapon? Well, let's go ahead and do that. We come in over here to the database. Once again, we're gonna click on weapons this time instead of the armor. And let's go ahead and look for a great sword. You're gonna come, once again, you're gonna come to perks. You're gonna type Lost. And you're gonna click on Lost Bane. Whenever you click on Lost Bane, these are all of the great swords in the entire game that have Lost Bane in it. And from here, well, you would just pick whichever one is the one that will fit your build better, right? Let's say, for example, Lost Bane, Refreshing Evasion, Shirking Nature if you want that one, or this one right here with Strength, Kingly Empower, Refreshing Move, and Lost Bane. That one looks like it's a very, very good great sword. So we're gonna click on the Soul Step, and let's see where the Soul Step drops from. Oh, it says that it dropped from the Lost Equipment Cache. If you click on this, it will tell you that the Siren Queen is the one that drops this item. If you have no idea where the Siren Queen comes from, well, you literally click on it and it will tell you where she comes from. And the Siren Queen is the boss that is on the trial arena all the way over here on the top of Pirates in Rickwater, right? That is the siren looking lady that looks identical to the one from Barnacles and Black Powder. You kill her, and every time that you kill her, she's gonna give you a Lost Equipment Cache. And well, you can get that sword from one of those chests. And you can literally search anything you want, you know, from cosmetic, weapons, armor, tool, consumables, resource, or housing, to literally anything. Lore book, status effect, you know, any ability that you have any idea of, you know, the light staff. It tells you all of the abilities with all of the information that they have. So this tab right here, database, this has all of the information about every single thing in the game. You click in there and anything that you want to search, it has it for you. So we're gonna come over here to the guides, and whenever you clicked on it, you see over here there is an endless amount of guides. Well, I wouldn't say an endless, there is a pretty good amount of guides that might have information that you didn't know about. All right, so you can come over here very often and see if they have released a new guide. You can go ahead and watch the new guide, and probably you will learn something that you didn't know before. Like, for example, this guy over here, made by Baggins TV, Healer Build and Guide for PvP. You click on it and he has a video of Baggins that shows you the full guide, and then it also has the written information with the skill trees and everything and anything that you might have a question about. They even put notes and everything. I'm telling you guys, this place, this website, it's so freaking good. It has so much freaking information that if you're not using this site, boys, let me tell you, you are just missing out. Literally, you're missing out. If you have any doubt, this is the place where you want to come. And yeah, that pretty much does it for the guides. That one is pretty self-explanatory, right? I don't need to explain too much about it. So the next one we're gonna go down to is gonna be recipe trackers. So we're gonna click over here in the recipe trackers. And now, what the hell is this? Well, basically, this is a way that you can track your recipes. It's as simple as that. You go to your inventory, or you go to whatever you have learned, and you can start just clicking over here saying that you have acquired that. and it tells you for the weaponsmithing 1 out of 10. It tells you even all of the things that are, you know, that can be learned for that specific profession. As you can see over here, music 126, and you can be check marking them as you go or as you find them along the road or in your inventory. That way you can know exactly what is the one that you need, what is the one that you're looking for, and what is the one that you already have. And it shows you right here, you have 5 out of 556 possible learned schematics and recipes. It has cooking, it has engineering, furnishing, basically everything that you can learn. It's right here, and you can track it. If you want to get, you know, a specific trade skill, then you click over here in the trade skill, you just want cooking, and it will show you all of the cooking ones that exist in the game. If you don't know how to get it, well, you literally click on it, and then it will show you where to get it. In this case, the recipe, this is some rice. You know, bring some sand from the provision crates, and it tell you exactly where to get it from. So how about we go and search another one? We're gonna go over here for cooking, the armadillo jukon, right? This is one of the new foods, and it's gathered from, well, provision crates tier 1 all the way to tier 3, and provision stock fire tier 1 to tier 3, and all of these are in the brimstone sand map, right? So this way you can search how to find all of these recipes, and you can track them at the same time. And that is going to do it for the recipe trackers. Again, this one was not that complicated. It was pretty simple, and it's just helpful. Keep track and keep organized of the things that you still need and the things that you have. The next one is going to be a server status. This one is an all-time favorite for me because I've been playing New World from the very beginning. And this one right here tells me the server population, if they have queues, if they don't have queues, if they are closed, if they're in the process of being merged, in the process of maintenance, if they are RTA, whatever. This right here, it tells me all of the information about every single one of the servers in New World right now. In case that you want to start playing on one of the servers, let's say that you bought New World not too long ago, right? And you don't want to commit to a server that you don't know if it is going to be dead or alive, depending on which hours of the day that you play, because some servers, as you guys can see, they're pretty dead at certain hours of the day, and that is not the hours that you want to be playing at. You want to be playing in the peak hours of that server, so you know, it's when the server is most populated, is more alive. So let's say that you are a person that work from, you know, from 9 a.m. to freaking 5 in the afternoon. So if you were to pick Bari, right, well, as you can see, that is the most, you know, that is the time that is the most busy right here. Now, Bari is an EU server, and this is going to tell you the time according to your region, all right? So, during the daytime, that is the nighttime over there in Bari, because this is US Central, right? EU Central. So, this one, let's say that you live in NA, so that is not a server for you. Pretty much all of the NA servers have the same pattern and the same routine, and the same with the Europeans, because you know, they are higher during non-working hours and lower in working hours. But you can also see which one are the most populated servers whenever everybody, you know, is home playing. So let's say that you're from the East region. Going to come over here, East. And as you guys can see, the top server right here for this region is going to be Valhalla, with 1,700 players currently playing right now, and having a lowest of 477 players. But usually at this time, it's like, you know, when it's very early in the morning and nobody's playing, but that is very, very normal. But even if you were to, you know, pick any US East server, you can see over here, Olympus has 700, basically 700 players less than Valhalla. What does that mean? Well, that means that your OPR queues and your arena queues are going to take a significant amount of time, right? If you click in Valhalla, if you start in Valhalla, you know, one OPR queue might only take 5 to 7 minutes. This one right here, it might take 10, 15, 20 minutes, depend how many people, if there's even a group or two doing OPR or arenas. So here you can choose which server is the one that suits you better. And also right now, we're not having any queues, but whenever we are, you know, we have like a hype content, usually we get a lot of queues. And if you are trying to come back into the game or start playing all together, you're gonna come over here and you're probably going to see a bunch of servers with queue numbers, and you're like, I don't want to play in those servers because I don't want to waste endless hours in queues. So then you can go ahead and pick a lower population server, but you wouldn't know that unless you came over here to this side, so you guys can see the health, the health of the servers and how they are doing. And you guys can play over here, time frame 24 hours, 14 days, 30 days, whatever it is. You guys can play around, and you guys can look for whatever information you guys might have server related. And that's about it for the server status. Now we're gonna go ahead and jump into the skill builder. Well, the skill builder is exactly what it is, right? It's phenomenal. You can over here come and theory craft, and you can create it, right? Once you create it, you guys can see over here, and URL will immediately pop with whichever abilities you have on, right? So you can copy that URL and send it to your friends, send it to your favorite streamer, send it to, just put it on Discord or whatever you guys want to do with this link, right? That way anybody, or you can just easily transfer the link to somebody, so you're not there telling them, I get the cross card, and then they're like, which one is the cross card? And you're like, it's the one that looks like 3 arrows pointing down. No, forget about that. You go ahead, make the build, take the link, send it to that person, he copy past that, and we all done with it, right? And you can click on any weapon over here, it says on top, and you can create any builds. You can also take screenshots, right? Click here to view the attribute bonuses. It tells you also the attribute bonuses. Whenever you get the 50 thresh marks, this information is inside of the game, but they also provide it for you over here in case that you just want to know more about it. This one is yeah, that's it for the skill builder. Pretty self-explanatory, very simple, and that is the one thing I love about this website. All right, that is the one thing I love about New World Database, is how simple it is. It is so simple and very easy to grasp, but that even if this is the first time that you are opening this website, it's not filled with information. It doesn't jump at you with, an abundance of information. It's very easy for you to read and what you're looking for. But in case that it is a lot of information for you, well, this video is perfect because, like I said, I'm breaking them down one by one so you don't have any problems. Well, now that we're done with the skill builder, let's jump into the tables. And this one is just tables with a lot of information. To level 60, you need this amount of experience, right? How much it costs for you to respect your attributes. As you guys can see, after level 20 is when it starts costing money. Before level 20 is completely for free for you to reset your attributes. And at level 60, you will be paying 200 gold to reset your attributes. And it has all kinds of information, like attribute bonuses. We saw that before. Umbro shards, Umbro needed from 590 to 591 is 10. And from 624 to 625 is 560 for a grand total of like 9,400. And yeah, weapon mastery, territory standing, literally every single thing that you can look of is right here on the table charts. And you can even look for music. How long will it take you? Like you say, all right, this music note that I'm playing, it gives me 130 experience, let's say, right? Well, how much experience do I need to play this song so I can level to 200? Well, you do your math, all right? If you're that type of person that like to do math and like to use tables, well, here it is. There it is for you. Just utilize this and have fun with it. Then we're gonna go into the map. The map one, this one, if you guys have probably seen another map out there, and it is a resource map. It's as simple as that. I made a video a couple of days ago about another New World map. If you guys haven't seen that one, right? But New World Database also have it for you, right? You can hide all, so you don't see anything whenever you get here, and you can look for anything, right? If you want to look for the elite chest, you click on it. It shows you all of the elite chests in the world. If you're looking for a specific type of enemy, let's say that you want to skin a bunch of boars because you want to level your skinning, for example, you click on the boars and it shows you every single boar in the entire New World, where they at all over this place, and it basically has all of the resources for you, right? Let's say that you want to search for orichalcum, you're gonna come down here, click on Orichalcon, and it will show you all of the places that Orichalcon, you know, is located. The next thing that I want to talk about is going to be the Eternum bot. So you can add this Eternum bot, and basically you could have yourself a new world database on your Discord. And what do I mean by this? All right, let's say that you go ahead and you add this to your Discord, right? You add the bot to the Discord, then you bring your Discord over here. You come over here to the message, you type / and it says item query right here. You click on that item and you can literally type any item name that you found in the game. Let's say that you found a sword called the Bloodsucker, right? And you want to let your Discord people know about the Bloodsucker because you just found this item. So you're gonna go over here, you're gonna click on the Bloodsucker, you're gonna press enter. It's Eternum is thinking, and there it is. It's gonna show you the Bloodsucker sword, you know, with the available perks and who drops it, tier 5, the weight, the durability, all of the information about the Bloodsucker sword. So in case that you find an item in game and you want to share it with your Discord, your friends, or you just want to show somebody, you go over there, you type that /, you put on the item or whatever you want to show them, and you put that information, and that information will be pulled directly into your Discord, showing everybody there. Very, very, very easy. The last thing that I want to talk about is over here, the crafting leveling guide. This is so freaking good because I utilize this to level most of my professions until, well, because before I didn't know about this white side, but once I found about this side, I never ever stopped using it. So let's say that you want to level up cooking, right? We have the crafting leveling guides and the crafting calculators. Let's go ahead into the crafting leveling guides. So I'm gonna click on the cooking and I'm gonna give you guys a very easy guide, you know, simplified guide that it will apply for every single one of the other professions, right? So your current level is going to be 0, of course. Target level is going to be 200. So the granularity, what this is how often do you want them to tell you what other resource you need to use to level up. So let's say that you want to only see in granularities of 50. So you will put on 50, you want to click on date, and now it's going to show you only level 1 to 50, 50 to 100, 100 to 150, right? If you want to level it up little by little and always craft what is the most efficient thing, then you can bring the granularity to 5, and then it will show you from 1 to 5, from 5 to 35. As you can see here, the reason it didn't go from 5 to 10 is because either of these two will be the best one to level up with, all the way from 5 to 35, then, you know, from 35 to 50. So basically it's going to be incrementals of 5, right? To make it simple, I'm going to make this granularity of 50. I'm going to put it on. So it says, for you to get level 1, you just craft a light ration. You craft this on the beach whenever you start the game. But now you want to get into cooking, right? So level 1 to 50 says you need to craft 345 travel rations. Well, what is that going to be like? Well, you're going to need 345 red meat and 345 pork. It tells you here the average price from the marketplace, right? This pulls it an average price from the marketplace. So your server might have a higher price than this, or your server might have a lower price for this, but you can expect to pay somewhere around these numbers. Don't be alarmed if the prices are significantly higher. That really varies depending on your server. So you get yourself your 345 red meat, your 345 porks, and you make a 345 travel ration, and boom, just like that, you got your cooking from 1 to 50, and then from 50 to 100, well, you get it, right? You're going to need 690 blueberries, 690 red meat, or 690 pork. Now, as for the blueberry, it tells you blueberry over here because it's most of the time is the cheapest in the marketplace. But whenever you're crafting, you guys know that you have several choices of different resources that you can use to craft that food. In this case over here, it's always going to show you the average cheapest one. You follow this and you should be okay without any worries whatsoever. So we finish over here. We're gonna close this. On the top, as you guys can see over here, it says live and PTR. All right, so these are the things that are in the live version, and you can search whatever you want over here. Or if you're searching for something that is specifically for PTR, Then you obviously will click on PTR, right? And then it has the whole database about the PTR. In this case, we have everything that is on the PTR is on the live version, so there's not going to be anything different. But whenever the next patch comes around and they are adding new items into the game, you can come over here into the PTR and you can search it. For example, you guys know that the Bio Bomb Hard Rune, it came, it made its way into the live version of the game a couple of days ago with the iteration of the Ambrine and Starstone Smash Up, right? So if you were to go to the live version of the game before that update was released, the Bio Bombs wouldn't be there. But if you were to go to the PTR, they would have been there. And this is how I get a lot of information for my videos, boys. Whenever I'm making a video that is about future information, this is where I come to, all right? I come to New World Database. I start doing my research. I start learning about the new items that are coming into the game. And then it also tells you the resources that you need to craft these items. So if you're smart, you could also flip the marketplace. You see, all right, this item is going to be very, very sought after by a lot of people coming in next patch. So let me see what are the resources that you need for this item. So you need sulfur, wooden coin, whatever it is, right? And then that way you can prepare yourself farming these resources, buying them out of the marketplace, and trying just to get ahead of the competition, making yourself a little bit of money, or just making your life easier in general. If you already have the resources and as soon as the hard rune comes out, boom, you craft it immediately and you are way ahead of anybody else around you. And that is pretty much it about the New World Database. If you guys have a specific name of an item, for example, let's go back into the block soccer. For example, you put it over here and it tells you right there the block soccer. So if somebody in the game tells you, hey, go and look at this item, and they link you an item in chat, and you're like, wow, the Spear of Jerusalem, whatever the hell, right? And you're like, oh man, where do I get that item from? Then you will come over here and you will type a Spear of whatever, right? And let's say that it was a Spear of Destiny. You were like, all right, here it is, a Spear of Destiny. You click on it, you come all the way down here, and you can see who drops that spear, who, gather from, contain in, and whatever, whenever you salvage, what it also can give you. If you guys really, really enjoyed this website, hey, you guys could also be a Patreon and help, support this website, because it really is phenomenal. It really, really is amazing. And that was it, you guys. I hope you boys enjoyed it. If you guys did, hey, don't forget to give it a like and also subscribe to the channel. It really, really helps, and it keeps me motivated whenever I know that you guys are liking this type of videos. If you guys want to catch me live streaming, I stream almost every single day. It's right here somewhere. And I stream every single day, like I said, on Twitch. And if you guys have any question, just drop by and I would love to talk to you about any of these subjects. Also, if you guys haven't checked some of my other YouTube videos, visit the channel and you guys will see a bunch of good videos in there. But until the next one, boys, take care. Peace.